Thank you guys so much for joining us on WALB News Now. My name is Mackenzie Petrie. Today we actually have breaking news for you. A boat has overturned and one person is missing, but a boat that had 2 people on it has overturned. We actually have standing by right now Riley Armont, who is on that scene. Riley, what can you tell us?
Yeah, hey Mackenzie. So we are on South Westover Boulevard. This incident happened in the creek behind Mount Zion Church. And what I can tell you is that 2 men were fishing in the pond in a boat. Around 11:43 a.m. is when the call came in. The boat tipped over and one was able to call for help while the other male fell in the pond. Currently, AFD, DNR, and DCP and the Albany Police Department are on scene investigating. When we arrived here a little bit earlier, maybe 10 minutes earlier, there were about 10 police cars lined up, about 4 fire trucks we also saw leading into the mouth of the creek or pond where this incident happened. Again, 2 people were boating on the creek. The coroner actually just arrived on scene. He pulled up just a second ago, maybe not even 3 minutes ago. He just entered into the creek, and now we are waiting for Chief Pursley to come out. He says that he'd be able to give me a few words about what happened, a little bit more information than what I'm telling you right now. But what I can tell you is that there are a lot of people. And also, we did see the male that fell into, or who was also on the boat but was able to make the call. We saw him. It's unconfirmed if, that was who we were talking about or who this is about, but there was somebody there on scene with us right now. So what I can also tell you is to stay tuned. We will have some word from Chief Pursley about this incident, and they were also beginning to set up the caution tape as well when we first arrived on scene, and that is all that I have for you right now. What are some back to you at the CTV.
Thank you so much for all that information, Riley. So what was the scene like when you first arrived? I know you said that there were 10 cars and now the coroner is just pulling up. What do we still need answers to?
So we weren't able to see very much as we were going in because we were shortly turned around by Chief Pursley. But what I can tell you is that the creek began where our car was stopped, and it was very tense. Police were again lining the way. The creek had a curve before we could turn the corner, and I'm assuming once we would be able to turn the corner, that is where the incident may have happened.
And thank you so much for that. So you said the coroner did just arrive on scene and the caution tape is going up. So that means there is possibly someone deceased there.
That's right, Mackenzie. The coroner did pull up not even, I would say about 5 minutes ago at this time. He just pulled up as soon as we were about to go live. I think you were literally introducing the breaking news on CTV desk as he was pulling up right behind us. And so hopefully we'll have a little bit more word on what has progressed since 11:43 this morning when the incident happened.
I see some people are actually walking up behind you right now. How far is that pond from where you guys are located on the street?
I would actually say it's probably maybe 50 feet or so, maybe even a whole mile. 50 feet is not a whole mile. It's about 100 feet from where we were and where we entered into the creek. So that is the distance from where it happened and where we are now.
And thank you so much for that. So I had a question that was just right on the top of my head. Is that okay? Perfect.
This is Chief Pursley also
Perfect.
Coming up behind me, and so maybe we'll be able to get a few words from Chief Pursley in just a second. What were you about to say?
Is traffic still flowing normal, or any roads taped off or anything like that?
Yeah, Mackenzie, there are no road closures as of right now. Traffic is flowing like normal. There are a few people that stopped, and I think they're just passersby trying to figure out what's going on. But what I can tell you is that there are no road closures. Traffic is still flowing like normal, and I think possibly they might stop traffic sometime soon.
So is that boat still on the water, or I understand you weren't able to get down? Have you seen them tow away a boat or anything?
I haven't seen anybody tow away a boat, but I have seen a couple of people recover. I have seen a couple people recover. Chief Pursley has just walked up just walked up right now, so he'll be able to tell us a little bit more about what they have recovered and what they have not recovered and what they can tell us. Chief Percy, are you ready? Great. Thank you so much for joining us and agreeing to do this interview. What can you tell us about what happened here?
So about 11:45 today, we got a report of a subject, subjects in a pond back here. What we can determine at this time is 2 men were back here fishing, and during the course of the fishing, at some point the boat overturned. One was able to get out, and it took them a while to get to call for help. And once we got here, we responded with AFD and also DNR and Dougherty County EMS to go back there, and right now we're searching for the other person who was in the boat.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And so, excuse me, my mind is lagging here. Have you all recovered the boat?
Well, the boat is still in the water. DNR is actively searching around that location at this time, and we're just waiting for results.
Okay, great. Is there anything else that you all can tell us about this investigation so far?
It's ongoing. One, this is conducting 2 water rescues at the same time. It's been challenging on the resources, but more so it's challenging on the people who are waiting for the results. So I would just ask for the community to continue to pray for all people who are involved, especially the families of these people.
Right. Has any family member come up to you thus far?
Well, there are some family members who got here right about the same time that we did, and we've talked to them, and they're just awaiting results. That's right. Well,
is there anything else that I did not ask you that you would like to possibly add?
Nothing else other than, here's another example about water safety and how, regardless of who it is and where you are, we all have to take extra precautions when we're around water. So this could, push further conversations, and hopefully, we can find a way to prevent these situations or lessen these situations from happening.
Would you say that there was a quick response time, being that the other search shortly up the road to the Flint River was going on?
Yeah, same quick response time. As soon as we were notified, we had units who were here, and the DNR again, with them having additional resources here to help us on the first search, it was easier to get them over here to help us out. So, we just want to come to a resolution in this, and pray that, let's just pray for the families. We'll say that.
Great. Thank you so much. That's all the time we have for today. And again, thank you for giving me this update in real time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mackenzie, back to you in the studio. Again, this investigation is ongoing, so we will have more updates for you as the day goes on.
Thank you so much for that, Riley. And viewers, as always, just find this story on our website, and you can find this story in our evening newscast. This is the second boat that has overturned with 2 people on it in less than a week. So you can tell some precautions could possibly need to be taken. As always, just find this story on WALB.com and look for it in our evening newscast. Thank you so much for joining us.